Sticking to a diet can be really challenging. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Never touch this food, only eat every other full moon, and then only after you drink a glass of water. There's all these crazy rules out there, which I'm going to be honest with you, if it sounds like a crazy rule that's super extreme one way or the other, it's not really how your body works. And it's not anything that you really need to follow to make progress. And over doing this time and time again, the best way to really stick to your diet is to have some flexibility. Have some foods that you like in there. If you want to have a drink every so often, make sure that you make that fit into your diet and that's a part of it. Because the more flexible it is, when life inevitably throws you that wrench, that it will, things aren't going to go to plan. It allows you to adapt to it. And having those strict rules of, what happens if the sun sets after, 8 p.m. and you can't eat? Well, then everything's ruined, right? No, you need to have the flexibility in there. And that allows you to stick with it and make the progress that you want. Now, as long as you understand that flexibility piece, I want to go over really the 3 things that I do to really help my clients stick with their diet, because it still can be challenging. Anytime you're being disciplined and you're changing some things, you still have to have some borders. So I want to make it as easy as possible. So number 1 is going to be to just wait. After you eat, wait 5 minutes, let yourself actually feel full. Too often, we're rushing from one thing to another. We're eating as we're typing and we're driving in our car and all this stuff. You need to let your food settle, actually get that sensation of feeling full, and then you won't feel like you're starving all day, because too many times we don't actually get that sensation. So then at the end of the day, we're so hungry and it never feels like you're full. You know exactly what I'm talking about there. The next way to really stick to your diet plan is really to track your progress. And this is well beyond just tracking your weight loss if you're trying to lose weight, because weight has, it can fluctuate. You guys know this, day to day, week to week even. Even if you're sticking to your plan, you're nailing it, the fluid levels can really change a lot, especially for females, to where you could be crushing it, but your weight isn't moving where you want it to be. So you may think that you're failing because you're tracking your weight. So you need to be looking at really your measurements. This is stuff you can do from home. You don't need some fancy scans. You just take measurements, message me, I'll show you how. Very easy to do. You don't even need a tape measure. I'll show you how to do it with a piece of string. Also taking progress pictures. Okay, if you want to change how you look, you should be paying attention to how you look, not your relationship with gravity, which is your weight. If that's what you want to see change, then that's what you need to track. So when you do that and you make changes and you see those changes, it makes it so much easier to stick to your plan. And last but not least, this is my favorite, is having support and accountability along the way. That's going to allow you to continually feel like, hey, I can do this. I know this. Because too often we're going to go towards the negative. We're going to look at it as something that we can't do. But when you have support, when you have people that believe in you and people that are going to hold you accountable for what you say, it makes it that much easier to stick with your plan. So that's it. I'd love to know in the comments below really which one was your favorite and which one you're going to use going forward.